So one of the biggest things that holds people back from building and launching a marketplace or a directory is that they always think that they need more than they actually do. And in this video, I am just going to uncomplicate everything and just show you what the absolute essentials are that you need to build and launch your own marketplace or directory. And my goal is that by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do and you'll be able to start working on your own curated directory as soon as this video is done. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. For everyone new, my name's Connor. I run a freelance marketplace in New Zealand called Unicorn Factory, but I use this channel here to help people start their own directories and marketplaces even if they can't code. Now, today's video is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time because I see a lot of people who have really great ideas for businesses, but they never get it off the ground because they always think they need way more than they actually need. And I myself have been there plenty of times. When I started my first startup, we did not launch our app, which was a Tinder for food apps, because I thought we needed an Uber-like integration inside of our app. So really, over time, the more time you spend working on products and platforms, the more you realize that you can actually get away with very little functionality as long as you truly understand what it is that people actually want, what the problem is that you're actually solving. And I recently was reminded of that when I was looking for a takeaway place in our new city, Ottawa. So I came across this website here after a little bit of a Google. Hint, that is how people find you. And basically what this article is it's an overview of all these different sites that list restaurants in Ottawa. And I came across this one here, which is from Kent Van Dyke, who is a chef in Ottawa, who built an Airtable directory. So they say here, the only drawback of this listing is that it is somewhat unwieldy web address. What? That is what made me click on that link in the first place. But long story short, it takes you to a Airtable base, and look at how fantastic this is. So this right now is an overview of all the restaurants inside of Ottawa, what their hours of operations are, what neighborhood they're in, which is amazing. What if they do takeout and delivery, what their website is in case I want to check out the menu, how they deliver it. And this right here was made by someone who maybe cannot code, but still, I am someone who's currently trying to research restaurants in my neighborhood, and he just built that by himself. And this right here is the example of where you should start if you want to start your own directory, because a lot of people don't really care if it's on a website, if it's on an app, as long as they get the information that they're after. So when I came across this site, I discovered it, I saw all these different options, I saw where everything was located. I actually cloned the base as well so that I could do other things like group content. Oh, you can actually group it in here. So you can group it by neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. And this is immediately adding value to two types of people. First of all, me as the consumer, but also to all the restaurants, and specifically that restaurant that I ended up ordering food from or drinks from. And that is the mindset that you need to get into when you want to launch your business. What is the absolute bare minimum that's required to launch a business? Also, another thing to keep in mind is how are people currently finding solutions and what is it that they're getting? So I started off Googling things, but with Google, you can game the system. It's not super clear. The information isn't always up to date. Plus, sometimes I just want to hear what locals have to say or what people who are not directly tied to, you know, like a search engine have to say about something. So if you are interested in a certain area or you have some specific knowledge about an area, then that is an opportunity for you to curate a directory of answers and provide a similar solution, a better solution than what Google is currently providing. So now I'm not even going to beat around the bush too much. My challenge for you is to find something that you're interested in or something that you feel like you could create better than anyone else, and I want you to start your own Airtable base. And I'm going to show you exactly what the steps are that you have to go through. So when you try to come up with an idea, just come up with something that you enjoy. For example, if you are into certain types of sports, build a directory for places where you can join up to social sports teams. If you are into working from co-working spaces, make a directory of certain types of co-working spaces that you rate. In my particular example, I'm going to build a list of my favorite, I'll make vegan recipes, because I've just been getting these vegan food boxes and they're fantastic. So all I need to do now is I can kind of see what's out there, but if I want to build my own curated list that I can add my own unique spin on, all I need to do is just go to airtable.com or click the link in the description down below so I get $10. Then what you'll do is this should be empty, but all you need to do then is click on add a base, start from scratch. And I'm gonna call this vegan recipes. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna name our table vegan recipes. So what you can do then is you can then just start doing your own research and finding different places where you can curate the list. And that's gonna be your homework throughout the week. But a good place to start is Google. Personal knowledge, ask your friends, ask your family. And what I would encourage you to do is to add a bunch of fields. So add a image field, add a recipe field. Let's remove the status field for now. Add a URL field in case you found it on someone's website. And then you can add whatever you want. I'm gonna add a check mark for gluten-free. And then what you can do is you can just jump on Google and just find a bunch of things that you can add to your directory. As you start doing your research, you'll realize that you have missed out on a bunch of things that you should probably add. So you can add new fields like ingredients. You can also copy the image address, and then when you jump back into Airtable and you click on the image field, you can actually drop in a URL, upload it, and you're good to go. So one other cool thing that you can do with Airtable is you can also add rich text. So you do that by just enabling rich text format, and then what you can do is when you drop it in, it formats it really nicely with all the instructions. Wow, I'm actually happy with how that one turned out. And then we're gonna go and also add the name, drop in the URL, and now you've already built your first record. So now just go ahead and fill it up with 20 different things. And one thing that you can do that's really awesome is you can turn your table view into a gallery view. And now people can see all of the recipes or whatever it is that you added in a nice card format. And that is really what the Unicorn Factory is in a way. So once you've got your list of 20, then what you can do is you can also click on the share view here, create a shareable gallery link, click on the preview button, and there you go. Here's a curated list with your favorite vegan recipes, and this is the starting point of every solid MVP. So you can do this for anything. You can do this for your favorite movies. You can do it for your favorite whatever. And by just curating a list like that, you have made it unique by making it your own, and you can just share this with people. So if you plan on building a directory for people, so say for example, you're friends with a bunch of musicians and you want to create a list of all the local bands, then please go ahead and do that. But don't put any sensitive information on there like people's email addresses or their phone numbers, because unfortunately, there are people out on the internet that do dumb stuff, so you don't want that information out in the wild. However, when you take things to the next level and to the next stage, then you can start building it in custom platforms that allows you to like add information like that. But for now, if you're using a people's platform, don't try and avoid adding any personal information on there that your suppliers or your customers or your friends don't want displayed online. Cool, so the last thing from me today is once you've started doing it, you've started building your list of your own curated things, then what I want you to do is I want you to submit it to the link that I'm going to be posting below, and then I'm going to pick one of the people that submitted a base to me, and I will jump on a call with you for an hour and I'll give you some tips and tricks on what the next few steps are to take your directory to the next level. So sit down, smash out the work, smash like on this video most importantly, and let's get to work. And I can't wait to see what it is that you come up with. Thanks a lot for sticking around for the video, and I'll see you around for the next one. Bye.